time do we get to play our silly little Pampered Chef game. You guys ever go to a direct sales party and they're like, "Get your pocketbook out!" Right? And everybody laughs. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, what the hell did that just do for that girl? I have no idea because it didn't do anything for her business. Just saying. I'm going to teach you guys a little bit something, but I'm going to teach you something that's going to make a lot of difference in my business. It's all going to make a big, huge difference in your life too. Now, when I started with my job with a Pampered Chef, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And I am just really lucky that things just fell into place, I guess, because I have been so fortunate. And my job with the Pampered Chef is actually to go out and bless every single one of you guys. Now, I know every single one of you guys came to this party thinking you're going to become the Pampered Chef lady, right? That's the reaction I get. Yeah, and a Pampered Chef guy, I do that a lot. And then I have the guys in the room that yell at me. Just saying, but I do. So, I know all you guys came here wanting to become the Pampered Chef lady, and I want to make you the Pampered Chef lady, and they laugh at me, and I said, no, really, honestly, you didn't. But here's the thing. You're going to learn a little bit more about my Pampered Chef business and how it could benefit you or how it could benefit someone you know. So, here's your opportunity to ask me all questions about the Pampered Chef. You can ask me questions about booking your own party, too, because I kind of want to answer those, too, for you. But don't dare ask me about warranties on products, because you ain't getting a ticket. Okay? I'm going to give you a quick ticket for every question that you have. You're going to turn your ticket around. You're going to put your name on the back. And at the end, someone's going to win a prize. Okay? So this is how you play the game. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start asking questions. First question.
How many nights a week do you work?
Oh, Shaprice, that's such a good question. Here you go.
Oh, I thank you.
Here's your ticket. Shaprice, I work 2 to 3 days a week.
Oh, okay.
And I leave it. Because I want more questions. I don't want to have diarrhea of the mouth. Okay, go.
So when you say 2 to 3 days a week, how many hours a day are you working?
Well, are you asking me as a regular consultant, or are you asking me as a team leader?
Consultant.
Okay, so a regular consultant usually leaves her house about 4 hours per show. Okay, from the time that we book the show, we do our coaching, we go to the show, and then we go home and we close out our show, and we've done the closeout stuff with our hostesses. It's usually about 4 hours worth of work. Okay, so it all depends on you. Me as a leader, I am a leader with this company. Some people are just born leaders. Some people want to make the extra money as a leader. And I spend an additional about maybe hour a day on my team stuff.
Wow.
So how many hours am I actually working? Maybe 5 hours a day if I'm lucky. How many hours do you work full-time, David?
God, no.
You don't? Oh, you're really lucky. Do you work full-time, Karen?
I do.
You do. Well, Karen, if you work full-time, do you work 5 hours a day, or do you actually work 8 to 16 hours a
Well,
day?
more like 9 or 10.
Okay. See? Okay. So next question.
I had him and now I forgot.
You did?
So how much do you make, at a party?
At a party?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys got some envelopes before I got started, right? Who has envelope number 1? Shaprice, can you tell me what's inside of envelope number 1?
$400. Wow.
Okay. Well, some people get started with this business because they want to work how many ever days they want to work. Okay? But what I always say is, what goal do you have? So, Shaprice, if you started your own business with a Pampered Chef, how many days a week, not how many days a week, what would you have that extra money go toward?
Well, my daughter's going to be going to college in a couple of years, and I haven't saved for anything, so I'd probably do that.
Start
Okay.
now, girl.
Well, you could get an extra $400 a month, doing one show per week. Okay? It's as simple as that. But, is that really going to pay a college tuition?
Probably not.
Probably not. So we need to work on how many days you need to work to get to where your goal is. If your goal is to pay your daughter's college tuition. Some people's goals are just to pay for the child's gymnastics classes. Some people's goals are so that they have extra money so that they can go out on the weekends. So it all really depends upon you. Now, who has envelope number 2 here? Why don't you start counting up what's inside of envelope number 2, and let's talk a little bit about what envelope number 2 represents. Envelope number 2 represents how many days a week does someone work if they work part-time, if they work at an 8-hour shift?
Usually 3, 4.
Okay. Usually, the average working a part-time job, 8 hours a day, is usually 2 to 3. Okay? I can guarantee you, working with a Pampered Chef, that you're working 2 days a week, you're going to make, do you remember what's in it? $1,000. So you just left your house 2 days of bad TV to make $1,000 per month. Now, does that get you closer to your daughter's college tuition?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, it does. Could you take 2 days out of 2 nights out of your time to help pay for your daughter's college tuition?
Well, I better.
You're gonna have no choice now, aren't you?
Right.
Okay. So that's envelope number 2. Envelope number 3. Who has that? David. David, can you open up envelope number 2? And in envelope number 2, what does that say?
Three.
Oh, sorry, number 3. I can't count either. Anybody can do my job. Okay, so envelope number 3 is my, and I asked you what it is, and on top it says my July 2012 commission check.
Yes.
And I say, July 2012 wasn't my best month. It wasn't my worst month. It was actually kind of a heroic month for me. And it was, a lot of you guys know that my son, Ethan, was diagnosed with leukemia. And if you didn't, now you know, and he's absolutely fine. We're 6 months out of treatment. He's doing wonderfully. But that was when I decided I was going to come back to work. Another really cool thing about Pampered Chef and why I love what I do so much is because I know how it affected my life. Okay? Ethan had leukemia. I was able to stay home with him and work very minimally within the last 2 years so that I could be home with him throughout every single little ache, pain, chemotherapy, time he threw up, and everything else. And still be a mommy to Madeline, too. Okay? That's why I love this business so much. And July 2012 represents when I came back to work. So, David, how many Ks are on the top of that paycheck? There's actually 4. 4. Okay? Ks mean I left my house. It means a kitchen show. It means that I left my house to come and do a show and have fun with my friends, just like I'm having fun with you guys right now. Okay? How many Cs are on there?
2.
There are 2. That represents a catalog show that sometimes I supplement with Facebook, so we can actually do a catalog with a Facebook show where I never have to leave my house. And thank you so much. You just did all the work for me. It's so much more fun to have a real cooking show. Okay? And then, how many O's are there?
I'm at 2.
Online orders.
Yes, 2.
So I never had to leave my house for those either. Okay? So, as a brand new consultant, because really that's what I was. I came back to work after being home with Ethan for 2 years and not doing anything really. And I came back, I had to ask my friends and family, just like you guys do when you are a new consultant and you have to get started, and ask them to help me get my business going. Now, how many times did I leave my house?
4.
4 times. And how much money did I make as a new consultant? And that first paycheck thing is with an arrow, and it says, new consultant would have been paid this amount. And it was $1,500.
$1,500.
Okay? So $1,500 I just made for leaving my house how many times?
4.
4 times. Okay, so now, really cool thing happens with Pampered Chef. We get 2 paychecks most of the time. All the time if you want to, and it's completely up to you. It's called being a leader in this company. And I'm going to teach you to be a leader in this company right from day one. And I'll tell you why. Because why do you want to leave a paycheck behind that's sitting here waiting for somebody else to have it when you can have it? Okay? And I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to be there right standing beside you and be your friend. Because really, that's what I'm getting paid for. I'm getting paid for being a friend. Now, here's the really cool thing. Caprice. Do you call your friends, text message your friend, email your friends, Facebook your friend, maybe once a week and just say, hey, how you doing, girlfriend?
Yeah.
Need me for anything?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. We all do it. Whether we want to or not, we still do it to our friends. Okay? Then once a month, wouldn't you like to leave your children for a little while and go and have a glass of wine, maybe sit down and relax, make a Pampered Chef recipe, and then talk about Pampered Chef for a little while?
Yeah, I guess. That would be
That would
okay.
be my favorite thing. I think it's just getting out of the house and being away from the children. Okay? I love that. I get to be together with my friends once per month. So really, I get paid this whole other paycheck that's down the bottom here, David. You see it, right?
Yep.
Just for being someone's friend and for helping them and doing the job that you are already doing. How much extra was that?
$1,700.
It was actually only $930 that month. It was $930. Just saying.
$930.
Perfect. Yes, $930. And guess what? My team had dwindled when I was away not working. So that's actually a very small paycheck for being a leader in this company. Okay? So in all actuality, my first month coming back to this company after being gone for 2.5 months was, and it's like 2,000 whatever dollars. I can't do math in my head. Okay? Let me say, okay, now, here's just another paycheck because you make me think, oh, she does that all the time. This is her best paycheck. No. It's not my best, it's not my worst, it's a mediocre one is my next one. This one was March 2013. Why did I pick this one? Because I printed them in April and they're still good. That's it. This one, I left my house, and I'll take it from you, David. Thank you so much for your help. Here's a ticket for helping me. Okay. This one, I left my house 6 times. I would have gotten paid this amount of money if I was a regular. So my paycheck for the month of March 2013 was $3,007.11. I just remembered that. Okay.
You can tell she said it before.
So, can you believe that? Did you ever think that the Pampered Chef lady could make that kind of money? I left my house 6 times. That's, you usually work, Karen, you said you work full time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1 week plus 1 day of work. In the month?
Mm.
Okay.
And how many hours?
Well, let's say I work 5 hours a day.
Right, so it's
That's-
even less than a
You know,
full-time,
it's really less. But honestly, it all depends upon the day and how much work I have to do too. Because there were days, I'm not going to lie to you, that I was in the office for 7 hours and I'm ready to pull my hair out of my head. But guess what? It's my business, and I work this like a business. The booking fairy is not going to come down. The people that I'm working with on my team are not just going to help themselves. I've got to do my job as a leader, and I've got to do my job as a Pampered Chef consultant. So there still is a job. Okay, so now let's take this one step further. Mm-hmm. Who in this room has been working the longest with the company that they are with? How many years have you been with your company?
32.
32? Oh, wow. Can anybody top 32 years in their company? No,
really.
right? Okay. So let's stop right there. Who has envelope number 4? Okay, you have envelope number 4. Did you know that? There you
Oh my
go.
gosh, I forgot.
Okay, so envelope number 4 is my senior executive director's paycheck. Okay? Now let's just step this back a little bit, because you have no idea what the hell a senior executive director is, now do you? So we start off as a consultant, then we go to a senior consultant, then we go to a team leader, then we go to a director, then we go to an advanced director, then we go to a senior director, then we go to an executive director, then we go to a senior executive director, then we go to a national executive director. Did I miss any?
You got it.
Okay.
They wouldn't know if you did anything.
I know, they wouldn't. I made pretend. I have fingers up. Now, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Okay? I'm an advanced director. There's 3 more to the top. I want to get to the top. I'm going to get to the top. I'm very positive of that. But the paycheck that you're about to see is the person that's here. Not even the person at the top, the person that's here, my senior executive director. How did I obtain her paycheck? She came to stay with me last year. We had a meeting, and my husband looked at her and goes, "Hey, Randy, should I be sending Debbie back to work full time? Was it really worth her staying home with the kids when she's not home with the kids anymore because they're at school and she's not?" Okay? And Randy goes, "Really? You want to know?" He goes, "Yeah, I want to know." And she showed him his paycheck. Okay? So I asked her, "Randy, please send me a copy of your paycheck," and she did. So let's open this up. Let's not even looking at how many shows she did and how many online orders she did, because that doesn't really matter. Because guess what? The people even at the tippity top of this company still have to sell Pampered Chef products, whether they like it or not. Okay? We all still have to work. Doesn't matter who you are in this company. So let's just go right down to the bottom. Okay? Can you tell me how much money Randy made in the month of November of 2012, which was her best paycheck in November?
17,000. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. And most people, they sit there, they go 1,000, and I'm like, no, go back. And then like that you've been working with your company, have you ever had a month that you made $17,000?
No.
Okay. And you know something? 99% of the people that I meet can say will say the same exact thing. I want to make $17,000 a month. Okay, and the next paycheck is just a mediocre month for her. It actually is just the regular paycheck like I received. It was March of 2013, and that paycheck, can you tell me what it is?
$12,000.
$12,000. Guess what? I'll take the 12. I'll take the 5. I'll take the 6. I'll take the 7. I'll take the 8. I'll take any of that. Okay, I'll even take the 3 that I'm getting, because guess what? For the amount of work that I'm doing, it's okay. I'm happy. I'm happy. And for the blessings that I've had in my life because of this business, I'm happy. I want to bless all of you. Okay? Now this is where all the questions start going. Bing, 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 bing. Okay? What other questions do we have?
What are some other benefits of doing what you do?
Flexibility. Okay? I get some awesome prizes and fun stuff. Okay? Do you want me to elaborate? Okay, usually they go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just wondering, how long does it take to get from that 1,000 to where you are?
It all depends on how quickly you want to work. Do you want to be a leader in this company, Karen?
I'm thinking I might.
Okay, well, I'm going to be there with you every step of the way, and I'm going to teach you how to be a leader. Okay? So it could take as quickly as 1 week, as much as 18 years. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. It all depends upon what motivation you have and what type of passion you have for this business and how you share the business. And I'm going to help you with these things.
Do you ask that right in the middle? Do you want to be a leader with this?
Oh, yeah. It's all about them.
And then she tells what she's going to do. I'm going to be there with you every step of the way.
Yes.
You talk about how much money you make because you're a friend, about how many friends you have on your team.
Currently?
Or on one of those paychecks, or whatever.
Okay. Well, my first paycheck, when you saw the one when I came back from work, I probably had about 10 people on my team at that time. And they weren't even my personal team. It had to do with my director's team also. On my team, I probably had a good 6, maybe 7, because I was ready to lose everything. Okay? Now, my organization is almost 100 people. Okay? Next question.
And then how do you bring it to a close?
Okay, for one more. They're not asking questions. Oh, Joanne, you want to know how many trips I've gone over the Pampered Chef?
Oh, yeah. How many trips have you gone on?
Okay, so always
Yes,
do
that's
that.
accurate.
Another thing that I do with my new consultants is I have them, you know, the stickers that are online that everybody can see,
Yeah.
have them put them on their catalogs so that they know, and then they can study those questions. Okay. The other thing I always tell my new consultants too is don't be afraid to tell people you don't know the answer to a question, because actually you have one extra thing that I don't have, because you have permission to follow up with them. You can tell them, you know something, Joanne, I know that I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm going to actually call my friend that helped me get started with this business, and I'm going to ask them what the answer to that question is, and then can I call you tomorrow and we can talk about it a little bit more? Sure. So now she's going to turn around, she's going to call that person when she gets tomorrow and she has some time and she's found out the answer, and then she can really do some more one-on-one work with them.
I don't really care the answer. I just want the ticket. And I'm just where's my ticket?
I know. I just throw tickets at people too. How do I close it? Okay, so now you guys have all asked me questions about Pampered Chef and the Pampered Chef business, and you guys can see that I absolutely love what I do. And I want to share this with every single one of you. So if you want to become part of my team, I would love to do this with you. I would partner with you. We'll do everything together, no issues whatsoever. You're having a good day, I'm going to be praising you. You're having a bad day, I'm going to pick you right up, okay? Because we all have good and bad days, okay? With any business, because I know that that's a question that's going through your head is, will I succeed at this? How can I do this? Will I get bookings? Da, 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 da. And there's going to lots of questions are going to be going through your head. Let's work at this together. We're a team, not just me and you, but all of us. Our organization is a team, and we are so lucky that we have this little Pampered Chef family. So I'd love for any of you guys to become part of my team. And that's it. And then I go until we take cash, check, or charge. Thank you so much. And we're going off to the next thing. But that's it. That's